Welcome back to Sacred Therapy. Guys, I'm not really sure what the reading is going to be about, but if you clicked on this reading and you're new here, welcome. Yeah, I'm feeling like welcome to Sacred Therapy. I'm Ash, and I'm feeling like called to do some messages. I'm not sure if we're getting messages from spirit and the counterparts, or we just doing a check-in. But feeling called to use Jalyssa's messages under the sea. It's a Little Mermaid inspired tarot. There was like, do a reading, do a recording. I was like, all right. I need to get a table, guys, because spirit, what messages do we have for the collective today? Maybe we're going to just don't feel okay. We're gonna close. Yeah. Was just saying in my head, like, Spirit, let's talk about this restless energy. And here we have the Two of Cups. Yeah. So perhaps you're thinking of a partnership. This could be in business or in love. Somebody that you work really well with, that you get along with, got good banter, good chat with them. Can be yourself, feel appreciated. Yeah, but for some reason this partnership is making you feel restless, so maybe it's something that is new, or it's still like in process of coming into play in like the 3D world, I need some chocolate, guys. Here, what about the Two of Cups? What's causing that restless feeling? That's the Seven of Wands. Feeling like you gotta be at war within a partnership, because the Seven of Wands is about standing up for yourself against other people. So there's something about a partnership that maybe a lot of people don't agree with. Maybe you don't agree with. Yeah, because she looks defensive. Like, the big difference between this Two of Cups energy and then the Seven of Wands. So perhaps it's a partnership that you're fighting yourself about. I feel like a lot of my collective viewers, and if you're, like I said, if you're new here, welcome. I'm Az, and we do this because it's good to check in with yourself, with spirit. And so this is the divine soul reading. I feel like you're learning how to put how to pick your battles, how to pick what you want to fight for. It's a good one, Spirit. So in your partnerships, you may be learning now or have recently just learned how to pick your battles in your partnerships, or that's what you're going through right now. And if you haven't, maybe that's what's coming towards you next. Spirit, tell me more about this Two of Cups energy. Oh, goodness, that's a lot. Spirit's throwing out. So the Hangman reversed. So the Hangman upright is this waiting energy. This Hangman reversed is the waiting period is over for that significant partnership. Yeah, look, Ten of Swords coming out in reverse. So we're no longer in a mental battle over this relationship. And then how do you want this to foster? Because this is the Ten of Swords to you guys and reverse. And this is the Hangman to you guys in reverse. My bad. There we go. Alright, and Spirit wants this to fall to you guys with the Hierophant reverse. So yeah, Spirit doesn't want you fighting yourself and other people over this partnership either. I feel like Spirit has your back. But you have been in this like lack of faith space. Yeah. What also came out is the King of Swords upright. So I feel like you are understanding that's why you're not in this mental anguish anymore. This Ten of Swords reverse. You're not in that I'm fighting myself, I'm arguing with everybody. No, you cut all of that out, that internal battle. There's still something that I feel like you're trying to reconcile with Spirit. Perhaps some type of historically having to fight and stand your ground and wait and wait and wait and wait. Spirit's letting you know that the rushing is not according to plan. Here we have the High Priestess though in the upright position. This is a blessing from your most feminine energy, like your most high feminine energy, the High Priestess. It's a very passionate card, so I feel like you're being in touch with yourself, even though you're fighting yourself over this, because this is the Seven of Wands, like upright. I feel like you're fighting yourself, but mostly you're fighting other people about a connection. we have Four of Wands in reverse. So I feel like you're fighting yourself over connection because that connection is not the divine connection. The Four of Wands is my 1111 card. And upright, it is the ultimate, like happily ever after, the ultimate wish fulfillment, the ultimate, you know, just the ultimate partnership, the ultimate relationship, that ultimate, like, because look at them. Look at that card in the upright position. You know, like they, because here Ariel finally got her legs, she got her man. But in the reverse, like it's showing up, you know, for you guys. Yeah, that those are connections that are partnerships to teach you. They're not the ones. So I feel like you're learning what God has in store for you that's not for you, that causes you to fight for yourself, that pushes you into this rushing energy that's no longer waiting. So you can use your, you know, more healthy masculine energy and like setting up those boundaries, those King of Swords mental boundaries. Like I've seen you overcome. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have the Empress. And this is definitely the feminine side. So I feel like that's what's going on with the feminines. And we do energy here, not gender, guys. But if you want to apply it in that kind of way, because I will tend to say she and he, talking about the energy. So you'll notice I do that. But yeah, I feel like all of this, like you're handling all of this in a healthy, healed, feminine energy, nurturing yourself, you know, being patient with yourself, giving yourself grace. Um, you do want to rush in, but you're not battling spirit anymore. I feel like you're putting that down. But also, like, that is partially the beef that is with spirit, is because rushing in and trying to take control and trying to do, you know, all of these things to get to this idealized, you know, your person, your partner, type of seeking energy has led to a lot of these types of 3D battles, those 3D situations. Well, since we've checked in with the restless feminine energy, because that's what I feel like we're doing, checking in with the restless feminine energy, let's check in with our restless masculine energy. What's causing our masculine spirit? Spirit is stressing the masculine out. And that's probably why, because masculines want to be in control of their own love life, their own situation, and following God's plan is harder than everything else. But also, I feel like the masculines are healing their relationship with spirit and gaining faith, where it's like, because it's over here in reverse. But spirit's plan does make the masculine feel restless, because the masculine isn't in the driver's seat. But it's not like a beef, I don't feel. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, with the Six of Swords upright is talking about like dancing against opposition. But I feel like with the Six of Swords in the reverse, it's like you're trying to not surrender to the opposition, but also like thinking the opposition doesn't really hold any weight. You know, like opposing God's plan doesn't really hold any weight. So I feel like you're choosing to make a lot of noise, you know. For some of you. And then for others of you, it's like you're being quiet. Like not even drawing the mental attention to yourself. Yeah, there's something the masculine is feeling about this situation that is like it's a guarantee. You know? Yeah, we have the Two of Pentacles. It's a balancing. Yeah, there's some type of balancing act that's happening. A choice. So you're choosing to have faith. That's what I feel like the masculine is doing with this restless energy. Choosing to continue to build. Okay, and here we have another just stack that just jumped out. Yeah, because you have this fast moving energy. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like this hangman, this waiting period is over. It's like yeah, this Eight of Wands energy, like the masculine is wanting to rush forward, make that move, go towards what he's most passionate about because there's this balance. Prince of Swords. But I think that the masculine battles with the mental discernment between who is who in his life. Yeah, there's been some major tower moments um, for the masculine and following spirit and going where it's been led. So I feel like he hasn't really been in the mental space of where spirit has been trying to lead him. So tell me more about this fast moving energy. Yeah, the fast moving energy. This mm-hmm, this chasing after folks that really don't want you or have rejected you or you feel rejected by is like approval seeking behavior. I feel like you're making some type of important decision. You're being called to pay attention to that. It's not something that you really want to see with all of these reverse swords energy. Yeah, because it involves putting down that devil energy that's come up in a couple of my most recent readings. If you catch the two readings that I posted right before this, I feel like there's a continuation. But here, using your discernment, and even though you don't want to, like you're letting go of those toxic habits that are, you know, putting you in a more toxic headspace. And I feel like, wow. And I feel like even though um you're in this tower moment, you're not feeling very peaceful. So that's why the Temperance card is here in reverse. I feel like you went into like a battle of the wills with spirit. And regarding, Yeah, something that you really, really want and having to wait for it. Yeah, there's patience. Having to have the patience and letting go of temptation, using a discernment, building those self boundaries. Yeah. I feel like the masculines are battling themselves. It feels like every test is like, putting them into a place where they can just set themselves up for failure. Not really sure that that is exactly what spirit is trying to get them to see here. We're putting down temptation. Yeah, I feel like there's something about being patient with themselves, and they don't want to be patient with themselves. They want to hurry up and just rush through this dark night of the soul energy. So I feel like for a lot of us feminines, there's our masculine has been in or is in the dark night of the soul energy after we are. Let's get some Star Temple Oracle. Mm. This is such an awesome deck. Let me get some Star Temple Oracle. I'm gonna read to you guys from the book. I don't have these memorized, but this is a really cool deck. I haven't used it in a minute. With that, the back of it. We're gonna go back and forth. And this could be you and your divine masculine, the divine feminines. Or this could be both sides of yourself. Take how it resonates, take what resonates, leave the rest. It's a general read. So, Spirit, what Star Temple messages do you have for feminine? In relation to this battle with spirit. Oh, got 20, the inner temple life lessons. I go within my shadow for deep spiritual growth. Yeah, I feel like you've been through a lot of partnerships, the feminine has, that have definitely brought out your shadow self. We're going to get the book's messages on here. Yeah. Yeah, so we know. Alright. So this is the smallest star in the Pleiades star constellation, the youngest of the seven sisters. She is blue and white in color, but due to her size and fringe location, she can be difficult to spot with the naked eye. Her name means darkness or blackness. Chakra heart. Crystal jade. Not to be confused with the Greek harpy of the same name. Selene is best known for her love affair with Poseidon, the Greek god of the sea. She is said to have had many children. With Poseidon, she bore the sons, Lycus, who would go on to become king of Thebes, and Eurypylus, king of Cyrene. Selene may be the youngest of the seven sisters, but she is fiercely independent, wise, and highly intuitive. Yeah, I feel like you've been in a lot of partnerships that have challenged your sense of freedom. Let's figure out what the oracle message is, though, for this card. Seleno heals and empowers with psychic guidance and the gift of prophecy from the heart. This divine feminine archetype represents the enlightened visionary who offers useful insight, intuitive awareness, and predictions with the assistance of her loving spirit guides. She is the heart whisperer, spirit correspondent, and medium that bridges heaven and earth. Solano's devotion to being of sacred service to the enlightenment of the universal collective personifies dedication, spiritual astuteness, and unconditional love. As the youngest sister, Solano also represents the maiden and the daughter archetypes. In these aspects, she offers spiritual purity and truth, not influenced by social conditioning. Solano connects us to our heart intelligence, to heighten clear sentience, which is clear psychic feeling, and empathy. The heart chakra is her sacred portal to cosmic knowledge and divine love. I feel like all of your relationships, your partnerships in life for divine feminine teaching you a lot about love. So family, friendship, intimate love. Yeah, and this is a part of your light. Yeah, learning how to go within my shadow for deep spiritual growth, those life lessons, the inner temple. Yeah, I feel like you're figuring out a lot about where to pick your battles in like partnerships and just what you want with people. And all the senses of the word. So, Spirit, do we have any more star messages for our feminines? What about this battle with the Four of Wands here in reverse? Yeah, the storyteller, intention. I am the narrator of my life. So the 20th could be significant, the 27th. Let's read. Yeah, the storyteller. So plan, reframe, pursue. You create your own reality with your thoughts, feelings, words, and actions. Together reminds you to ensure yours are of a high vibe and intentional. Everything is interconnected, cooperative, and purposeful. You have the free will to create with your mission in mind. Exemplify your higher calling and divine mission with determination. Do not hypnotize yourself to create from your unconscious limiting beliefs. Be empowered in the sacred now to reconsider your accepted reality. Yeah, I feel like spirit, like, I feel like for a lot of the feminines, our past relationships are very traumatic and they have felt like God forgot about you. But no, it's the exact opposite. Like all of your trials, all of your struggles have been designed to prepare you for the great love that you deserve. But you also had to be able to understand how to offer someone else that great love. You would not have been able to do that if Spirit would have just let you be however you showed up, right? Yeah, and with this bottom of the deck for Spirit's purpose and for reconciliation with Spirit and in regaining our faith, because I feel like for some of us, we've lost faith in partnerships that have been divine or are being led by God. And we have Electra 13, Goddess of Balance, Equality. I create and foster reciprocal relationships. So I feel like a lot of the divine feminines are fixing this disbelief in that happily ever after, right? Whatever that looks like for you, whether that's, a husband marriage, or if it's like, hey, I have a travel buddy, or if it's, some type of polygamous relationship with a group of people, whatever your happily ever looks like, I'm not knocking it. It doesn't have to fit some type of movie or book. It's what's relevant to you. Yeah, so I'm gonna pick this up so you guys can see her close up. Limit, give, and take. Electra, the goddess of balance, inspires you to establish healthy boundaries in your relationships and interactions with others. Blurred boundaries may create confusion, resentment, and disharmony in your life. Get clear on what you want and know what you deserve. That you deserve reciprocal, balanced relationships with equal give and take. Know your limitations and ask for help when you need it. Be open to receive graciously and allow others the gift of giving. Electra helps you to break those relationship patterns that no longer serve you. Yeah, I feel like healing this this imbalance of, picking people that rush in, that challenge us, is a part of letting go of like the third party tendencies that are, happening in that type of space. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave these here. And let's get the masculine. Okay, the masculine just fell right off. Dang, that's there three right there. Okay, we have Electra, the 15, the Awakener. Rise. Out of the ashes, I rise like the golden sun. So let me read that. Spiral, awaken, soar. As the awakener, Electra appears to those who have been on a slippery slope of self sabotage, only to awaken, rise out of the ashes, soar into the stars, and ascend like the golden sun. So I feel like divine masculine, while you may be behind the divine feminine, you do have the ability to hit, you know, fast forward on your growth. The University of Life has taught you a lot. You may have even hit rock bottom, but your soul's growth has been accelerated. Dang, I didn't even read that yet. Due to the hard hitting knocks and tough life lessons you have experienced in the past. Surrender any regret with self compassion and know that you are back on your higher, happier, and golden path. Stronger and wiser, you soldier on with confidence. Then we have number 9, Acopius the Seer, visionary. I chart the stars, signs, and symbols to craft magic. And I love that for the masculine, there's a masculine dude on here. Yeah, so. Excuse me. Hold on, guys. I gotta get something to drink. My drink isn't as close as it is when I'm in my living room. Yeah, it's seed, signs, symbols. So this card is about seed, signs, and symbols. Elysion's son, Ecopius, is an intuitive visionary. Let me put him closer so y'all can see this. That has the clairvoyant genius to see and interpret magical signs for forecast and manifestation. He reveals that you have the potential for transcendent sight, astrology, and enchanted powers. Open your eyes and see the signs. Ecopius' name means all seer, and his spirit animal, the raven, symbolizes magic. His totem is a pair of antlers that represent his divine wisdom. Invoke Ecopius for spiritual guidance to understand and decipher your visions, symbols, and prophetic dreams. Embodying his divine qualities will open mystical pathways for you. Yeah, I feel like masculines are like struggle busting it with who's in the visions. Yeah, so you're seeking spiritual guidance to understand and decipher your visions. So I feel like maybe we're getting a lot of mixed signals. And then the last one that we have, the last star temple message that we have for masculines is the star mother, love. The universal mother loves and supports me totally. So I feel like a lot of our divine masculines are healing their relationship with the feminine. I love that that's coming out over the devil card in reverse. It's the way that you are treating her, your impatience with her, your maybe disregard for, you know, the sacredness of women instead of just like using them in the physical. It's something that you are doing differently, and that is 31, the mother. Yeah, this is cherished, loved, nurtured purpose. The Star Mother has shown up because you may be feeling a little lost and alone at present. Aster wants you to know that you are a precious star child of the cosmos and that you are loved and supported always. As a star child, you have a dual assignment here on Earth, both a personal and a collective mission to accelerate the vibration of the planet. You may be called to a higher purpose that is ecological, philanthropic, or unifying. The Universal Mother is here to guide you, comfort, and chaperone you as you embrace your divine purpose. Yeah, as you move out of that temptation energy and into what your true values are, the stars are definitely in alignment with that. And for the bottom of the deck, we have Together the Temple, home. I no longer search outside of myself for home. Yeah, I feel like this is definitely a lot of what, you know, whether or not you identify as more, you know, feminine energy or more masculine or a combination of the two in tandem. This is our bottom of the deck energy for, you know, the collective. Stepping into ourselves, knowing ourselves as home, feeling home wherever we are. Lost, found, balanced. Together reassures you that you do not need to seek outside yourself to find happiness, peace, or refuge. Go within and find your inner sanctuary to feel centered and at home. Be mindful of where you may be placing conditions on your happiness. A different location or another person cannot complete you because you are already whole. So if you're not tapping into this, whether or not you identify over here, or with, you know, pieces and parts of messages from either side, that's okay in a general read. But you need to be mindful of where you may be placing conditions on your happiness. So thinking that you can just like run away and this problem, this runaway energy, this problem isn't going to follow you, you're wrong. That's not going to be correct. Like you have to build that stability within self, within your own temple, within your own energetic space. Desperately searching for a new home, workplace, or lover to complete you is giving your power away. Happiness is an inside job. Find happiness in the sacred now by discovering your inner temple. All right. So let's get some sacred animal messages on that note. It's a good segue. And let's see how we can do that on all of our sides. So we'll get this. And then, ooh. Spirit, what animal messages do we have for the collective? I'm getting in touch with their own inner sanctuary. Spiritual messages do we have? For the feminines. Spirit messages. Ooh. And then they be happening all at one time. Okay. So for the feminine, we have Coyote, revealer of truth. Don't take things too seriously. Make time to play. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Look out for the traps and tricks of life and learn from them. Yeah, I feel like we did a lot of that in that waiting, impatient hangman energy. We got in touch with Coyote and really harnessed our power back from those tricksters. Raven, shaman, yeah, that healing. You are the creator and magician. Use your gifts for good. There is power in your wisdom and words. Connect with the elemental spirits and guide through the void. Claim your place as the keeper of mysteries. And more powerful than what you think. Some of you may also feel very connected to ravens, crows. They've shown up a lot lately, even though they've like not really been a part of any decks that I've been using. I haven't even been using my Crow Tarot deck. Lizard, regeneration. Yeah, I feel like a lot of our divine feminines are in a period of regeneration. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace your transformation. Put on your new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. Yeah. The High Priestess and the Empress, too. I just noticed they're like side by side. Alright, can we get some animal spirit messages for our divine masculines? Okay, that was all at one time too. 3-3 is also coming through. So angel number 3-3. If you're watching this reading, Google angel number 3-3 and comment below what its meaning is. I'm sure a lot of people will appreciate not having to Google it and could just see it below. Also, it's interesting that a lot of people get a lot of different messages. So the divine masculine has humpback whale, singer. Sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul. Absolutely, and I feel like that's the decision. That's the choice that you're trying to make, to trying to figure out where you want to put your time, where you want to put your energy, where you want to put your efforts. That may not look like a relationship per se right now, but it is looking like, taking some space and figuring out why we've been in this consistent runner energy for all of this time. Wow. And water may be significant, really. This we have earth and air, a lot of. So that's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn would be significant. Also air, so Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. with this humpback whale, and then the second one too. I have an orca whale adventure. Dare to do things differently. Sing your wild song. Manifest your travel dreams. Attempt the great journey with confidence. Be loyal. Friends and family are your treasures. Be brave. You are more powerful than you know. I love when spirit does that. But you also may be relating to, a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I'm hearing a lot about using your voice. So I feel like divine masculines are learning to use their voice for good instead of just like smooth talking, trying to see and get, what they can or get what they want. They want to use their powers now for good. Their gifts, the light that they have been given, they don't want to use it to, you know, see how much they can get out of the world, but what they can bring to it instead, which is beautiful energy. And then we have Heron. Patience. Create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently toward your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. Seen a lot of patience. Yeah, I feel like you're also having to have patience while you do this big release as she's doing this regeneration. So this is like Phoenix of the Soul. This is like letting go. And then bottom of the deck, animal spirit message for both sides or yourself as a whole. Dog, friend. Today I will love without condition. My energy and enthusiasm are an inspiration. I choose to be happy. I am a protector and friend. I feel like you're healing your identity, your vision of self, what you are choosing to allow say into like how you feel about yourself, what you feel about yourself, right? Yeah. All right. I feel like for further confirmation, we're gonna get some Green Witch Oracle. So if you are new here, I'm going to use these Green Witch Oracles. They're going to give us some more signs. This could be your sign, the person that you are connecting with as in a soulmate or in a relationship, somebody that you're involved with or want to be involved with. We have number 29, so they could be 29, you could be 29, their birthday could be on the 29th. I'm also seeing Leo. Yeah. This person is definitely a wish fulfillment. There's also fertility, watermelon. So you think this person is juicy. Their favorite color could be red or green as well. Yeah, and it's somebody that you really like to talk to, like to communicate with, like that energy, like it feels very refreshing, very nourishing, very nurturing. Um, and then the connection itself has a lot of potential. Or you are also focusing on nurturing yourself. At this time, you are not connecting with anyone. Spirit. What else can we offer them for further confirmation that they are supposed to be here? So, Spirit be just throwing messages out here. We have this one first. Attraction. Yeah, you could be connecting with a Libra. Pansies or hortenses. Somebody's favorite flower could be that. Um, you also could be really connecting with somebody that is into divination or you. So perhaps you're into a reader. We're watching for another reader. That would be pretty cool. Um, I just got another new subscriber, guys. This is cool. So we're growing slowly but surely. The more consistent that I am. Also on that card, on this attraction card, is the number 34. So somebody could be 34. Or their birthday could be on the 7th. Courage. Yeah, we have double confirmation for Libra. Libra's coming out strong. This person could like knives, maybe knife throwing, maybe collect knives, maybe they're a history buff. Maybe they're into plants, so like horticulture, or they're into like homeopathic remedies and like Middle Eastern medicine. This time, yeah, courage. They make you feel courageous. They make you feel like you want to, step out of your comfort zone and take a risk. Yeah, success. So the 13th could also be significant. The number 4, you have family. Uh, Again, another Libra. So that's 3 different Libra confirmations. I feel like you feel like this person holds the key. Yeah, they unlock your walls, your barriers. Yeah, they make you want to solidify in the world in a way that nobody else has inspired you to do before. Somebody might like peppermint, um, like mint tea. Somebody could be a smoker. I'm getting menthol cigarettes. Yeah, or they could like smoke a tobacco pipe. That's very old school. I'm digging it. Yeah, something to do with career or success. Make sure you're not over like, because I feel like to the masculine, it's very important that they can provide and offer, success and bring a lot to the table when it comes to connecting with people. But make sure you are also understanding that it is important for you to be present at the table and not just provide for the table. All right, there has to be a balance in between that type of stuff too. So, any more traits that we want to get? Any more confirmation? Okay, here we go. Got a couple more here. So the first could be significant. I'm also seeing Sagittarius. So you could be born in, was that the end of November, beginning of December. Yeah, you could be connecting with somebody who's very like clairvoyant, very strong connection with spirit, their ancestors, their guides. We got clarity on here. They could also like carrots, so that could be their favorite vegetable. I love a good cooked carrot, but they may like raw carrots be out here looking like Bugs Bunny. Doc could also be significant, so I feel like you or them may be, into healing, into, like I said, that Middle Eastern medicine, into like shamanism for real. And then we have 23. So the 23rd or the 5th could be very significant. Yeah, strong Jupiter energy. So they could feel like your good luck charm. We have abundance with the grapes here. Yeah, I'm getting like a charm. Yeah, this person is very mysterious to you, or you or them. Maybe you have a very mysterious vibe. Maybe you're a person that a lot of people find, like harder to read. Okay, and then bottom of the deck for traits is the number 4. We also have Cancer. emotions. Yeah, so you or them could be having, a hard time tapping into your emotions. Um, whether that be figuring out what you want or, deciding what level of commitment that you're willing to invest in could also be a thing as well. If you're in a hookah bar, yeah, make sure a lot of you may be watching this around the time of this recording, which would be Labor Day weekend. So make sure during the holidays that you are being alert, being responsible, paying attention to your surroundings, taking care of you while you are having fun. All right, let's get some dreams. So, Spirit, what is the collective feminine and masculine? What is their dreams? Okay. So, music, yeah. Pay attention to the songs that you're hearing on the radio or Pandora or whatever you're listening to these days. Yeah, sing the song of your soul and dance to your unique rhythm. Some of you may be connected to an artist. We've got a lot about music, so maybe you or them really heal and grow when it comes to listening to music. So you're being encouraged by spirit to get into like song therapy, singing, practicing that, tapping into it, even if it's just a hobby at this point. You also have car. Get into the driver's seat of your life. Being encouraged by spirit to connect with yourself. Connect with the fact that you control your choices and you're co-creating your life with spirit. It's never something that you had complete control over anyways. Your color. Express your true feelings. I feel like my divine feminines are being encouraged to express their true feelings. Even during this regeneration period, like healing and searching and finding, the journey is the whole entire point of this experience, not the end result. So if somebody is looking like your end result, because honestly, to me, I don't want to be somebody's end result. I want to be a part of your journey. Yeah, cell phone. Polish your communication skills. I feel like the divine feminines are working on trusting their self, nurturing their self, understanding their own higher purpose and higher calling, and what that even looks like. Yeah, lottery. Bet on yourself. I love when spirit does that. Yeah, and I feel like both the counterparts are learning in this moment of taking space, especially if there's no contact. They're learning the importance of standing on what they feel like is their own business on their own 2 feet, and going along with the experiences that it feels like God has in store for them. All right, let's do some Egyptian gods. So let's clean some of this up. Yeah, we'll leave that music therapy. Yes, abundance, success. Simple. I have not anything. I feel like dragon. That's hilarious. I just looked the deck and it's got dragon, supernatural. You are the ancient wise sage. You can shape shift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. Yeah, that's what I feel like is happening. Both of the counterparts are getting in touch with their highest, truest selves. You know, healing, with music, tapping into their success, really grounding those life lessons that they've already experienced. So let's get some God messages. This deck is kind of small. Alright, Spirit, what kind of messages? About to wrap this up. So what God messages do we have for the counterparts right now? Because I'm about to have to Google some stuff. Because this deck also does not come with a book, even though it's gorgeous. Super gorgeous. Like, this is the back of it. So the first one we have is Horus. Stability and equilibrium. Got a lot of stuff about balance and stability, success, tapping into your abundance. I feel like the counterparts are concerned with, this stage in your life, building your legacy, investing in that. Angel number 9, life path number 9. Could also be significant. Yeah, Nuket, Hope, 22. So you could be seeing 2-2 a lot. Also, 222. And number 8 could also be significant. Also have Seth, resentment. So yeah, I feel like we're also healing a lot of these resentments towards spirit, towards past experiences, towards, trying to achieve success, those failures, right? Putting a lot of that stuff down. Yeah, we have 6, Osiris, death and rebirth. That's great. What's the Seth card? This is stability and equilibrium with Horus. Yeah, this deck is freaking gorgeous. And then here we have a Nuket, Hope. Yeah, and then over here, 31, Seshat, wisdom. Yeah, I feel like you're learning what brings you stability and equilibrium, grown a lot, overcome a lot of resentments, released a lot of resentments, released a lot of like toxic stuff that had power over you, not letting it, be angry. Like you definitely like had to kill some experiences and some ways of, dealing with failure, and like really heal that, really tap in and really not let that, take away your optimism. Bottom of the deck we have 24, Tawir. with Genesis. Yeah, again, this makes me think of like legacies, the balance of life, balancing between light and dark energies. Okay, so let's get a crystal or two. Spirit, let's get collective a crystal or two. Okay, or a lot. All right. Yeah, number 2, we have amethyst. Yeah, amethyst is for protection, healing. You can also Google amethyst and comment below what you got for this crystal meaning. But amethyst is definitely going to help you ground, stabilize. We have fluorite. Then the number 44 could also be significant. Again, we have the number 2. So like I said, angel number 222. We also have 44. Fluorite. Let me Google that. You guys Google fluorite. Comment below what meaning you found for fluorite. Yeah, this is clarity, focus, and emotional balance with different colors enhancing specific properties like communication. Blue is spiritual growth, purple or heart-minded connection, green, the name comes from the Latin fluere, which means to flow, reflecting its ability to absorb and neutralize negative energies, purify the aura, and bring order to chaotic thoughts and the environment. Used for its calming and cleansing effects, fluorite is believed to help with decision making, improve sleep, and facilitate spiritual connection and healing. Yeah. Put that right on top of the hope. Hope? Yeah, and then let's do amethyst. Might as well. Yeah. Calm, clarity, and spiritual awareness with historical associations to royalty, sobriety, and divine connection. It is believed to relieve stress, improve intuition and focus, and promote restful sleep. Physically, it's thought to support the immune system, while metaphysically, it cleanses negative energy and helps activate the third eye and crown chakras to enhance spiritual insight. And then, bottom of the deck energy, we have Prenite, which we have gotten before for this similar reading. Yeah, peace, protection, prophecy, and spiritual growth, serving as the bridge between the physical and spiritual worlds. It is the nurturing stone that promotes emotional renewal, self love, and harmony, while also enhancing intuition and facilitating communication with spiritual guides. Yeah, helping users connect with their higher self. So, again, as I've said before, if you do not own any crystals, you can visit your local crystal shop or shop around. Make sure you tap into the energy of the place that you are buying from. Crystals hold a lot of weight. You want to get your materials that you use for healing, cleansing, from a good place that has good energy. Okay, let's get some more messages. Give more messages. So, what is Spirit want to say narcissist. I'm addicted to you, divine feminine. So I feel like spirit is, you know, calling you to realize what you are addicted to as well. Yeah, and it's needy energy, healing that. So have I lost everything? So healing that within your connections and your history. Yeah, you are so very special. Spirit wants you to know that. And sex with you. Yeah, Spirit wants you to heal your intimacy, like your relationship with sex, your relationship with, love, and giving someone like that you are sleeping with you, like the ultimate control over yourself to the point of losing yourself. Spirit wants you to heal those types of tendencies. This is a lot. Um, and also to heal your relationship with spirit. If I ask you to say, would you leave? So spirit knows that you've been, battling back and forth between your faith and um, your doubt. My life started when I met you. Spirit wants you to know that your person is invested. Even if it doesn't look like on the surface, they are invested. They are invested. Alright. Yeah. I'm too afraid to talk. So for a lot of you, divine feminists, they want you to know if the masculine is too afraid to talk. Yeah. I'm actually naked. We're getting some spicy thoughts. It's nighttime. 7 or 8 could also be significant. Something could be transpiring in the month of August, or something big. The month of July. So July 4th, July 6th, July 21st, July 2nd, August 7th, August 4th, August 6th, 9th, 15th, 21st, and the 2nd. And we also have the 6th. I am absolutely in love with you. So they want you to be in love with who you are, how you are, what you are about to. Yeah, and they want you to mean what you say and say what you mean. Like working on your quality of communication and your level of commitment. What else do you want to say, Spirit? I miss you, do you? So I feel like even though the divine masculine is following Spirit's plan and letting Spirit lead, of course, I feel like there's still some distance between the counterparts and Spirit. Yeah, because of all of this wait. Hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait. You don't want to wait no more. Spirit, we're tired of waiting. Well, Spirit tired of waiting on us too, I'm sure, because we the ones with that slow moving Pentacles energy. Yeah, your family won't like me, and do you even care? Yeah, I feel like a lot of them are still battling, or you're battling with like self-worth issues. Again, focusing externally. Yeah, all of this is designed because, like, the counterparts are worrying about each other. They're worrying about their love lives. They're also trying to figure out what they want. Spirit wants you to know that you matter. You matter. Let's leave that right there. You matter. Alright, guys, I wasn't sure exactly what we were going to do in this reading, but I feel like we've been tapped in to Spirit and to like what the masculine and feminine are going through in this time. So let's get maybe 1 or 2 timing messages, and then I'm gonna wrap it right here. Yeah, we have Wednesday. The 4th could be significant. Again, we have 4-4. We also have 4-4-4. So angel number 4-4-4. We also have 8-8. 88 could be significant. That could also be your person's birth year. So 77, 74, 76, 79, 88, 87, 86, 85, 84, 82, 92, 94, 97, 98, 99, 95. Yeah. Make up a balance. Be entirely realistic. The spirit is wanting you to make up a balance between like you and them. You know, this co-creation is a dance. Pisces season could be significant, so that's March. We have February 19th, March 2nd. Find your center. Something significant could be happening in 12 weeks or 12 months. Or you could be connecting with a Pisces, or you have significant Pisces in your chart. And then there's times of life. You reflect the world reflects you. Yeah, I'm feeling like spirit be just trying to let us know, like, at the end of the day, it's all a part of the journey. Alright, guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Like, share, subscribe. It takes 2 seconds. It definitely helps the algorithm. I appreciate all of you being here with me with this reading. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Virgo is still coming soon. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to do it without my table. So, yes, I'll see you guys in the next